Know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativeblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
Many know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, send an email to mike@keymediapro.com to schedule a consultation. Who is Anton Daniels? Who is Anton Daniels? And, I guess on surface level, we can simply say he's a middle-aged, braggadocious, racist tether baby. He makes claims like he's richer than your favorite rapper. He parades around his very average at best looking wife, and he boasts about his very average at best life. And don't believe the hype, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not believe the hype. For all the flexing this man does online, let me move a little bit closer to the mic so y'all can hear this part. For all the flexing this man does online, he lives in a fucking apartment in Detroit. Yeah, you heard that right. It's not like he's on the West Coast with me. It's not like he's out in New York. It's not like he's out in a prestigious area, a high cost of living. This man is fronting on YouTube like he's a millionaire, and he lives in a fucking apartment in Detroit, Michigan. The whole city of Detroit is bankrupt. Are you serious? What kind of flex is that? Not even a house, an apartment in Detroit? Oh, it's it's real interesting, y'all. It's real interesting. It's going to get real interesting indeed. And before we move forward, I did see one comment in the chat. Somebody was saying turn up the mic volumes. Let me get a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. AC says he hears it's a one-bedroom. Eternal says at least buy a condo or something. No, I'm not kidding you. He lives in an apartment in Detroit. I got his address and everything. I'm not going to dox him. I ain't going to, pull up his apartment unit and shit. But I got the receipts. He lives in an apartment in Detroit. As George TV says, well, it is a nice apartment in Detroit. Hey guys, I guess we got to give Anton some kudos. He at least lives in a nice apartment, but still, typically millionaires don't live in apartments. Typically, that's not where millionaires dwell. And when y'all see his living situation, I mean, guys, I want to say in order, but I got to jump around at least a little bit. I mean, when you see his living situation, it's extremely lackluster.
In this video clip, Anton is going to give you a tour of the millionaire master bedroom. This is the millionaire master.
Match the purple shirt, blue pants, standard attire. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just a couple of the things that I carry with me. I keep 2 cell phones. I run 4 numbers in between it. A little bit of cash or whatever, about 2,000 on me. I don't usually take this.
And so he has no nerve calling anybody dusty, bragging about his money, because this master suite is looking dusty.
Damn, that looked like a Walmart bedspread. That don't even look like Target. That looked like Wally World. You getting your linen from Walmart, but you got the nerve to get in a Versace robe and sit in a bunch of fucking air in front of Air Jordans like you're a teenager or something and brag about your life and your wife and I'm so rich and I'm so that. My guy, you look like you struggling to me. And we're going to run the receipts. I got receipts on Anton Daniels going back 9 years. Going back 9 years. So if y'all want to get into it, we can go ahead and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by providing we'll just say the humble opinion of my anonymous source who did confirm on the back end that Anton Daniels is nothing more than a goddamn trust fund baby. His father passes away due to a workplace incident. There's a lawsuit with the city. The Daniels family wins. And years later, Anton Daniels pops up online talking about, look at my wife, look at my life, I'm so rich, look at my car, I'm so rich, look at my Jordans, I'm so rich, look at my sneakers, I'm so rich, look at my Gucci sweater, I'm so rich, look at my Rolex, I'm so rich. Man, I didn't know financing depreciating assets makes you rich or wealthy, but ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into it. And above all else, you guys know that when it comes to the king of receipts, all of you guys send me emails, all of you guys send me receipts one way or another. But if you guys do want to remain anonymous, I will honor that. But let's go ahead and get into what our anonymous source had to say about Anton Daniels.
Remain anonymous, but I'll tell you that I work in the financial sector. That's how I was introduced to Anton and have information on his financial status. And let me tell you, this man is nothing more than your cliche spoiled trust fund kid. His dad died during a workplace incident, and his family was awarded a large settlement with the state. The reason I know this is because Anton told me during the pre-qualification process, although I won't go into what he was trying to get.
And I know it's a bit distorted, but if y'all can hear what I hear, this is a person who works in the financial sector. Anton Daniel was trying to get approved for something, and we're not going to say what Anton was trying to get a loan for because that would give away the source. But during the pre-approval process, you got to look at someone's financial records. You have to look at what the balance on the books is, what assets, what liabilities they have. And he's saying straight up, he learned about the trust fund because Anton Daniels spoke to it. Because Anton Daniels, when he went to get pre-approved, apparently, allegedly, he had extremely low income, extremely bad credit, and the only thing that he can try to use for proof of funds to secure the financing was money in trust accounts. Oh, and I think we know how he got that money. I think we know how he got that money.
For us, that would directly lead back to me. Either way, I saw he had terrible credit score, very low income, yet he had money he had access to through trust accounts that he was attempting to use as proof of funds. So when I see all this stuff online, when he's claiming to be this huge business mogul, that's total BS. Just like 90% of trust fund kids do, they're insecure about living off their parents as a grown adult, so they lie about their income and even start businesses to make it seem like they're achieving something, and that's where his...
What did he just say? He said that he sees it all the time. This person works in finance and he says he sees it all the time. When you're dealing with these trust fund recipients, when you're dealing with these kids that are tricking off mommy and daddy's money, they're what? They're very insecure about it. They're very, very insecure. And what do? They try to start nonprofit organizations. They try to start up failed businesses to do what? To seem like they're doing something on their own, to seem like they actually got something going for themselves. And guess what, y'all? We got receipts on Anton Daniels. I mean, the only verifiable business that we can see that he was a part of was a failed restaurant. Don't tell me that you took mommy's and daddy's money and went and started a restaurant to make it seem like you was doing something and you failed at that.
One of the mistakes I made earlier on was that I was still, putting in 60, 70 hours a week in corporate America. Then I had to run my other businesses. And then I was supposed to run the restaurant full time too. So, for the better part of a year, I probably only averaged 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day. I was profitable. A lot of people can't say that they was profitable.
Hold on, wait a minute. He wants us to believe that he was running a restaurant and working a 9 to 5 and working on other businesses, and he was only getting 2 hours of sleep? Huh. I guess I gotta call Cap early, Anton. I gotta call Cap early. And then he's gonna say that he left the restaurant, but the restaurant was profitable. Guys, it can't be both. You don't leave a profitable business. You sell a profitable business. You don't just walk away from a profitable business.
I was profitable. A lot of people can't say that they was profitable. I don't believe in failure. But then at the same time, it's like, what is failure?
Oh, I don't believe in failure, but what is failure? Okay, Let's see what else our anonymous source had to say. And guys, y'all know me as the king of receipts, so that's why I preface this by saying that whatever this anonymous person says, I mean, you can take that information with a grain of salt. You can take it as gospel. That's up to you. But everything that comes after in the stream, I'm going to provide receipts for.
Restaurant comes in, and I say restaurant with air quotes because if you look it up, it was the size of a sandwich bodega. Also,
damn, he said, I say Anton's restaurant with air quotes, because if you look up his restaurant, it was really the size of a goddamn sandwich bodega. So even when he gets online and tries to front like he owned a restaurant and blase blase blase, don't get it twisted, y'all. It was about the size of a quarter of a Subway. It was about the size of a New York City bodega. So all right, Anton.
so I want to note that he's really screwing up his wife. He already ruined his credit, so now he uses his wife to co-sign for everything. In my opinion, it's just a matter of time before he ruins.
Damn, he said he's really fucking over his wife. He said Anton already ruined his own credit, so now he's using his wife to co-sign for everything. Damn.
Her credit as well, and I think he uses the fact that she's on the hook as a co-signer as a method to control.
Just finished my consultation with Mike. A lot of information in a short period of time, but it was very valuable information. I'm definitely excited to get started searching up my genealogy. He has been an awesome resource. Gave me a lot of information, a lot of things, a lot of pieces to the puzzle I didn't have. He was able to help me find them, and I 100% recommend Mike and his services to anyone who's looking to crack the code, so to speak, on their genealogy, because there's a lot of how we say fake news going around with this subject, and it's very important that people are able to put the pieces together, because if you don't know your history, you don't know your future. So 100% sign up.
I'm leaving because
Oh, say it ain't so. They go on to say that I think Anton uses Rita being a co-signer on all the loans as a method of control, as a method of keeping her from leaving. Wow. Why would that prevent Rita from leaving the marriage?
if she ever left, he could simply default on the accounts and it would ruin her financially. Anyways,
Oh, because if he defaults on the accounts and she's attached to the accounts, then that would ruin her financially. Damn, I always knew that him and Rita had a weird thing going on in their relation. I always knew that him and Rita had some strange dealings going on when this is how she speaks about her husband.
What is it like being married to Anton Daniels? Oh, Jesus. Wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable of it. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person when he's angry. He blacks out.
Anton Daniels is emotional. She doesn't know if he's killed anybody before. He gets angry and he just blacks out. Rita, blink twice if you need help, darling. Blink 3 times if you need a first responder sent to your address immediately. Oh my God. Oh my God. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense.
Mike, keep doing what you're doing. I'm a big supporter, and thank you for letting me share this information, and thanks for respecting my privacy.
Damn, come on. Poor Rita. Got Rita held hostage financially, huh? Done tricked off his credit score, and now he's using Rita as a co-signer. God damn it. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. And of course, with everything the anonymous source said, I got to throw a little allegedly on it. But everything else I got to say during this stream, we're going to back it by receipts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into who the hell is Anton Daniels. But you know what I want to start with? What I want to start with? Well, what I really need to start with is acknowledging this Cash App that just came through. Thank you so much for the contribution, Spencer. I appreciate you. And what I really want to get into is I want to share my screen and let's actually go through Anton Daniels' work history. Anton Daniels has a LinkedIn profile. He hasn't deleted it yet, but after this stream, he probably makes some updates because the math ain't fucking mathing. Oh, I'll tell you right now. Teaser, the math ain't mathing. Let me go ahead and zoom in and let's read through his fraudulent ass background, all right? Mind you, last time I checked, this man is 43 years old, right? 43-year-old man. Let's see. What's going on with Anton Daniels? Oakland Community College, 2008 to 2012. Okay. Oakland Community College. So you graduated community college the same year that I graduated high school? Hold on. The math ain't math. I'm like, hold on. So that was 11 years ago. You're 43 years old. 43 minus 11 is 32. So Anton Daniels was just barely graduating community college at the ripe age of 32. Okay, Anton. All right. To each their own, I guess. Apparently. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Oakland University, information technology, software engineering. He goes through Oakland University and completes it in 2016. That's 7 years ago. 7 years ago. So you're 43 years old. 7 years ago, you were 36. So Anton Daniels graduated college at 36 years old. I mean, the math ain't math, and that's even to say he graduated. I mean, I don't really see any certificates or anything, but goddamn, talk about a late bloomer. Talk about a late bloomer. I mean, I'm 28 years old myself, already scaled and sold multiple businesses, college dropout, mind you, did it all on my own. And Mans was going through college at the same time I was selling houses as a teenager. He was going through college at the same time that I was an insurance broker. It just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. And yes, Detraeus, 4 years at the community college too. 4 years at the community. Typically, you go to community college for 2 years and then you transfer to a traditional college. So you telling me he had to be in community college for 4 years and then another 4 years in traditional college? Oh. Yeah, let's get into more of his interesting background. It says from 2005 to 2007, he was a help desk agent. It says right here he handled inbound and outbound call center. You worked at a fucking call center, my guy? You want to get on the internet in a Versace robe that you probably acquired from Alibaba? Talking about you're so rich and you're so wealthy and you were working at a call center? This doesn't look like the LinkedIn profile of a millionaire. This doesn't look like the track record of a millionaire. What the hell is going on, y'all? A call center. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Let's see where he worked after the call center. Then he was a quality control designer / developer. Did that from 07 to 2010. Still not seeing no wealth generation here, my guy. It looks like you're a wage earner. It looks like you're working for the man. It looks like you're getting 215s in a 30-minute. I mean, Jesus. Tilo Brown says, I'm 28 too. It only took me 2 years to graduate. Exactly. Gamer Baby says he looks like a call center dude. Facts. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Mind you, this is his own LinkedIn. It's still up right now. I mean, it's not like I created some fictitious LinkedIn profile. I mean, this is what he's saying he used to do, y'all. Project manager, designer, developer at Star Tech Solutions, some random faceless, nameless startup or something, 2 years, 3 months. He trained and mentored employees. Okay. Then he says he was a senior user interface designer. Guys, don't get caught up in the wordplay with the fancy title and shit. He was a fucking programmer or some kind of tech dude for a university. And don't get it twisted with the senior title. Senior user interface designer still ain't making no money. You working for a university, what you making? 40,000, 50,000? You damn sure ain't making 60,000. So I'm just wondering where the millionaire lifestyle comes in. I'm just really wondering where he becomes a millionaire and he can substantiate the claim that he's richer than your favorite rapper and he's richer than athletes. And, you know, now he has Rolexes and Mercedes and Porsches and stuff. Where did that come from? Oh, wait, I think I know where that came from. R.I.P. to Pop Pop. R.I.P. to Pop Pop. He left you with some coins like every man should do, but you ain't got to go trick off daddy's money like that, Anton. You ain't got to go trick off daddy's money to front for strangers on the internet. That ain't the move, my guy. That ain't the move. Let's go. So after he was a senior user interface designer at the University of Michigan, which really wasn't that long ago, guys, 2015, then he became a VP of user experience. Don't get it twisted, y'all. He wasn't a VP of the bank. He wasn't no A, B, C, or D level executive. He was a VP of user experience. And then they threw an expert at the end to make him feel okay about the low salary, probably. I mean, come on, for Comerica Bank. Until 2019, you were a VP of user experience. And that's his last verifiable work history, guys. So where the hell does a millionaire come in? Yeah, where the hell is all this wealth generated that he's charging you guys $40 a month on Patreon for to teach y'all the game and real estate investing and properties? And he claims he owns tech companies and whoop-de-whoop-whoop. Your bio look real lackluster. Yeah, Tilo. Anton Daniels' LinkedIn says he's a basic bitch, but online he's richer than your favorite rapper. Look at me, Versace, 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 Versace. Oh man, this ain't adding up, y'all. This ain't adding up in the slightest. But we're going to keep on rolling with the show. We're going to keep on moving and grooving. Make sure to smash that like button, guys. Likes are free after all. If you support the content, if you've thought that it was a long time overdue for Anton Daniels to get exposed, then hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, support your boy. I'm up here sick as hell, still bringing y'all the content because this motherfucker needed to be exposed 10 years ago. He's been running amok in these YouTube streets for far too long. And we just had a contribution come through from Akin Tunde. Thank you so much for the contribution. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. If y'all think that I've done some exposing so far, if y'all think that just reading through his fraudulent ass LinkedIn bio was sufficient, oh, y'all got another thing coming. Y'all got another thing coming indeed. And let me get a one in the chat if y'all can hear me okay. Somebody in the chat is saying that they can't hear me. I don't know what's going on, y'all. If you can hear me okay, put a one in the chat. Let me know that we rocking. Let me know that it's a-okay. All right. I'm seeing some ones in the chat. Let's move on with the show. I mean, that LinkedIn math ain't mathing, my guy. And I see why you go bald now, because that looks like a tether if I ever did see a tether. When you grow hair on the top of your head, oh Lord, when you grow hair on the top of your head, we can see that you're a tether from a mile away. Boy, oh boy. But let's go ahead and get into it, guys, because mind you, while I've been an entrepreneur for 99% of my working career, Anton Daniels has been a wage earner. Anton Daniels is just like the average American, clocking in and clocking out, but it's only on YouTube where he can act like he's so much bigger than you, so much more successful than you. So let's hear about this success. Let's hear about how respected Anton Daniels was amongst his colleagues. Oh, wait, I forgot. You couldn't even handle a 9-to-5, boy. You couldn't even handle punching in, punching out, because you admitted to fumbling the bag. You got fired, you went broke, and you had to move your family into your mother's basement? Oh, yeah. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's hear about Anton Daniels fumbling the bag, failing at even working a 9-to-5, but he wants you guys to pay him on Patreon to teach you some game, right?
You guys are familiar with some of the stories that I told on my other channel, where I go through and I show you where I used to work at and all of those things. I used to work at a steel mill, basically. And my brother had got me that job shortly after high school. And so I was making well over $100,000. This is the early.
And yes, discerning truth, I've heard the same cap. I've heard him say that he worked for GM for 10 years after high school and saved $100,000 every year and whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But guess what? When we look at his LinkedIn, I don't see a damn thing about General Motors. I don't see a single thing about General Motors. I mean, well, wait, hold on, guys. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not used to LinkedIn. I think I got a profile still up. I don't know. I never really used LinkedIn. I always thought it was for old people, right? Wait, it says show all 6 experiences. Maybe when I click show all 6 experiences, it'll say that he worked for GM for 10 years. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, y'all. Let's see. Is there more here? Is there more? No. The only thing that we missed apparently was that he was a team leader slash quality control for 2 years at Severstal, whatever that is. Oh, in a test plant. Oh, this nigga was working in one of those factories on 8 Mile Road. This nigga was out here working in one of those factories out in Detroit. Is this supposed to be the 10 years at General Motors saving 100,000? I'm not seeing it. I don't see General Motors listed on his resume once. Anton, you got to stop the cap, my guy. You got to stop the cap. I got receipts.
I'm balling. Me and Rita riding high off the hog. I'm flying everywhere. I got 3 different cars. Life is good. I mean, I was well into the 6 figures. I always had work ethic. That's the one thing about me, is that I always had work ethic. So I was comfortable, doing over 100 hours a week. And
he always had work ethic, but he's going to tell us how he got himself fired and got several family members fired because he was fraudulently getting sick notes so he can go on vacation from work. But he's going to open this up about how he worked so hard and whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But this is the story about how he got himself and his family fired for fraudulently getting sick notes so he can go on vacation. And he fumbled the bag so catastrophically that him and his grown-ass family had to move back in at mama's basement. Oh, Lord.
I'm flying everywhere. I got 3 different cars. Life is good. I mean, I was well into the 6 figures. I always had work ethic. That's the one thing about me, is that I always had work ethic. So I was comfortable, doing over 100 hours a week. And I would even sleep on the job. But then when I came home, it was time to go ball. We was shopping, we was doing all these things. And, my expenses was crazy. So I wasn't quite living check to check, but very close to it, because everything that I brought in, I spent. And so at that time, especially in the plant, she was protected.
Well, I wasn't necessarily living paycheck to paycheck, but everything I got, I spent. So you were living paycheck to paycheck. You were living wildly beyond your means. You claim you had 3 cars. You were balling. You were taking all these trips. Anton, you can't balance a checkbook. So why are you charging people money on Patreon to teach them how to do what you cannot do your damn self? Make it make sense.
By the union. And then I had a bunch of bad influences all around me, and we was having a good time, and anything that we could get away with, we did. So, we would call off and make excuses. And I had this plug. Y'all gonna like this story.
All right, how y'all doing? My name's Major Wright. I just got done with my consultation with Mike. If you trying to trace your ancestry, Mike is a good first step to go through. He's going to break it down to you, all 3 steps to get you what you need. And if you want somebody to maybe do the research for you, you pay that price, and Mike can help you too. But yes, he will fill you up with knowledge that you never knew and give you all the things like those unanswered questions in your head throughout time. Talk to Mike, man. He's a great dude. I believe in Mike.
A plug, it was a family member. So I had a family member that worked in a doctor's office, or, worked for a doctor for a very, very, very long time. And so essentially their relationship was such as to, she could get me doctor's notes whenever I needed it. So, when I would take trips out of town.
So when this man starts with his fake Rick Ross, I'm a boss talk about how he had a plug. Yeah, I had this plug. You mean you had a family member who worked at the company writing you fraudulent sick notes? That was your plug. El Jefe. Hey, let me get 2 keys of those sick notes. What the fuck you mean a plug? Yo family is some scamming ass Negroes. We expose you as a tether. You probably Nigerian with all the scamming you've been doing, and your family was in cahoots with you, writing fake sick notes.
Town and do whatever if I needed to, because you always had to have a doctor's excuse to make sure that you could, justify you calling off without having any more call off time, I would just tap in with her and be like, hey, let me get a doctor's note or whatever. So fast forward, I'm there, I'm balling, I'm making a lot of money, but whenever I wanted to, I would get off. And
Damn, I can imagine it, y'all. He out there in Detroit. He probably watched too many episodes of The Wire. You feel me? He pulls up in his Bentley that he leased, that he's paying, paycheck to paycheck, living off of to pay off the Bentley rate. He pulls up. He said, "Hey, yo, girl, yo, hook me up with two of them. I need two of them sick notes." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? His plug. He living these fantasies of grandeur, like he's achieving something. You had your family writing you sick notes, but you claim that you worked 100 hours a week, and the math.
this one specific trip, I just had a bad feeling about it. I had a really, really bad feeling. So this one trip we was gonna take, and we was gonna, take the plane and all of that other type of stuff. And it was with some friends, and again, they was bad influences, and they was pushing me like, yo, Ton, don't even worry about it. You can just.
So now you blaming it on your friends. Mind you, he's a grown-ass adult at this age, older than me at this age, and he's gonna try to claim that he was falling victim to the societal pressures of his friends. You fake ass motherfucker.
Tap in and get the doctor's note, which I never really did. I never did that because I never needed it. Because I was a workaholic. I was at work most of the time. But when I tried to put in for this time off and I had the time off, they denied me because, they needed me. It was
Because you didn't deserve time off. Oh, well, I asked for time off and they denied it because, they needed me. Look how he tries to even reframe that. Like he was the MVP. He was just needed so much. No, nigga, you didn't deserve no time off. No, nigga, you already used up your PTO. No, nigga, there's rules, there's regulations. You ain't special, Anton. You ain't the boss. You ain't pay the cost to be a boss. You're a fucking wage earner. So how dare you get on the internet acting like you King Tut and shit when you clock in and clock out like every other motherfucker.
Everybody else had already called off at that time. Anyways, fast forward. So I'm like, skip it. Me and Rita, we both gonna go. So I took Rita with me. We went out of town. We balled. We had a good time. I mean, it was a great trip. We had a good time. So I got back. I gave him my doctor's note. They was pissed at me for calling off. Got the doctor's note. I gave it to him. A week later, I get a phone call from the girl who's my relative, and she like, Anton, I got called into the office. I got called into HR today. And I'm like, what? What you mean? She like, I ain't even been giving out doctor's notes lately. It's really just been you.
So they got a system, they got some kind of scamming ass fraudulent system of getting doctor's notes. And she's like, hey, I ain't even really been giving them to nobody but just you. So you telling me you dried up your own plug? You telling me you made the block hot on your goddamn self? You're such a hard worker that you abused the time off to the point where you were getting fake doctor's notes written. And you were doing it so much to the point where she was exclusively writing doctor's notes for you. And you got caught slipping.
I'm like, all right, whatever. So I get called into HR the next day. I get called into HR, and they like, yo, we investigating you. We got this note. Is it anything that you want to tell us? Now, the one thing that I learned well before the first 48 came out was
what's a lie?
Shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't say a word. So I'm like, yo, I need my union rep, whatever, so on and so forth. But I knew it was over. I knew it was over.
You telling me this motherfucker was scamming on a union job? You telling me he's already plugged into the y'all? If y'all know about the unions, y'all know about the unions. You telling me he plugged into the union, got all the benefits, got all the time off in the world. He got a union job. People pray all day and all night to one day get a union job. You got a union job and you fucked that off. You pulled one of those. Anton, do you want to explain these fake sick things? I need my union rep. This fake ass. Oh my gosh. Yes, unions get all the days off. You telling me you had it made in the shade and you still fumbled. You still fumbled. And you had a gift wrap tied up and handed to you with a union job.
Immediately, I knew all of my money. I was checking my accounts. I was seeing what I needed to pay. I started trying to figure out, you know, because at the time I just had a consumer mindset. So I'm just spending and having a good time and balling and all of this stuff. But I already knew. I knew it was over. I was more concerned with her than anything. Now, let me tell you how far reaching the consequences of our actions, because
Our actions. Let's take some responsibility. These are your actions. We know Anton can try to be persuasive. We've seen Anton try to finesse many a woman online. So who knows what kind of finesse game he pulled on his family member to get some fraudulent sick notes. And now he's going to try to talk about, oh, how wide extending we made. No, nigga, you fucked it up. It was you. And before we continue with the show, guys, make sure to hit the like button and put some black fists in the chat so I know you're rocking with me. Let me give a quick shout out to Discerning Truth. Thank you so much for the Cash App. We got a couple super chats that came through. Sir Cheese says, let's dig into the Lapeef divorce. Who caused it? Hey, I feel you. Thank you for the contribution. Got J9 coming through. Appreciate you, darling. We gonna get him. We gonna get him. And we got Nero, our MVP right here, says destroy him. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna destroy him and then some. And ladies and gentlemen, although the channel is now monetized, it always is preferable for you guys to make your direct contributions via Cash App or PayPal. That way we cut out the middleman. You know, YouTube be trying to take their cut and whatnot. But let's go ahead and get into this fraudulent ass tether, baby.
she wasn't doing the right thing either, even though I don't blame her for anything. But she wasn't doing the right thing in that she was giving out doctor's notes to different people in our families. And
But she said she wasn't really giving them out like that. It was just you, Anton. So look at him trying to share the blame, trying to pass around the blame. Come on now. And I'm sorry I missed your super chat. John, thank you so much. He says this was light work for you, Mike. Facts. Let's go.
all of that. But I can't speak for what she do. I can only speak for the things that I do that affect other people. But let me tell you how far reaching it went. I got fired, lost the bag, and she got fired, and somebody that she gave a reference to that wound up that was also in my family. There was a family member also, but obviously these people are much older. I'm in my 20s. But somebody.
So you telling me you was entrenched in a family union job? You and your whole family had union jobs. You was chipping away working for the union and you fucked it up. And let's keep counting, y'all. So far, he said he got fired, she got fired, and a third femme. So 3 of the Daniels got fired so far, but I think there's more.
Somebody that she gave a reference for a corporate executive job that was working that job. He was making a lot of money.
Okay.
He got fired.
He's the third one.
Anything that was tied to her, they went after him. I messed up so much money. I mean, when I say a lot of money, I messed up crazy bags. I mean, because she was making a lot of money. She was up there. I would imagine that she was probably at the time, if I have to look back on it, close to 6 figures.
Oh my fucking God. Here we go. We got a middle-aged trust fund tether baby live streaming from a fucking apartment in Detroit talking about wealth and bags. And he kept mentioning at this job he was getting a bag. You don't get a fucking, oh my God, I'm gonna knock over the mic. He got me so animated. You don't get a fucking bag at a 9 to 5. You get a check. And you said you was living paycheck to paycheck. That's not a bag, my guy. That's not a bag. Come on. And then you're going to say that she was getting a bag. She was almost making 6 figures. Almost making 6 figures ain't a bag. Even 6 figures. Know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativeblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
Many know about entry level 6 figures. We trying to get mid to high 6 figures. You telling me she was maybe around 90,000 a year, and you claiming that was a bag? Hey, I guess 90,000 a year in a shithole of a city, Detroit, Michigan. I guess she might as well made $250,000 a year. I forgot you live in Detroit. Ugh, I wouldn't even visit there.
Um, my other relative that was a corporate executive, they was close to six figures, and there were other contracts that came along that her name was tied to that she got for other people in our family for different things that was for the hospital that she referred to. They lost their contracts.
So he got people losing out on family government contracts now? We talking about trying to build generational wealth, and he's fumbling the bag generationally. He done got how many family members fired, contracts revoked? What? And he has the nerve to even get online and boast about it, as if this is something to relish in.
And let's be clear, like we was all kind of in the same boat. And it's funny because the person that lost the contracts, they were one of the people that was on a trip with me, like, yo, listen, we got this sold up. We all over the place. We can take care of it. But all the money was lost. I mean, all the money was lost. That bag got so messed up. Let me tell you something. In the time that
Yes, Mr. Batch, and this is why it's hard for blacks to get a union job, because we let these fucking tether babies come over and they start faking sick notes and fucking it up for the rest of us. Yes, you're right. It's real hard for us foundationals to get a union job because they'll let these tethers come over and run amok. Come on. And yeah, she was a secretary, but he's talking about she was getting a bag, getting a bag. Everybody's getting a bag. Look under your chair. You got a bag.
I was sulking as a result of the money that I messed up for my wife, because Rita was soon to get pregnant too, right? She wasn't pregnant at all. She was about to get pregnant. And the time that I messed up that bag, when I wasn't thinking about that, I was thinking about all of the people whose money I messed up as a result of it too. Now, here's the real caveat. Like, if it can't get any worse.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Anton Scamuels. Come on now. Fucked off the job, fucked off the bag, faking sick notes, but he wants you guys to pay for his Patreon because he's going to teach you how to get a bag. Gamer Baby says, how do you fumble a union job, though? My little brother worked for Kroger and fought a customer and still didn't get fired. Exactly. Yeah, she was about to get pregnant, and he fucked off the bag, and they had to move back in with his mama in mama's basement. Come on. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Ooh-wee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I can just call that a show, and some of you guys would be satisfied. Like, oh, yeah, this fool's a fraud. You exposed him, Mike, but we're just getting warmed up. We're just getting warmed up. You know what I really want to do next, guys? What I really want to do next is I want to take a look at his history on YouTube. I want to take a look at Anton Daniels' track record on YouTube. How long has this motherfucker been on YouTube for? What kind of content did Anton Daniels originally produce? These are questions I have, and I've got answers for you all. Anton Daniels has been on YouTube, don't get it twisted now, for 9 years. Anton, you should leave YouTube. You're a failed YouTuber. You suck at this. This is not your gig. You should hang it up. If you've been doing YouTube for 9 years and you got how many subscribers? Hold up. How many subscribers does Anton Daniels have? For 9 years of work. 9 years of work. I bet you the math ain't math, and I bet you that much. 178,000 subscribers. Guys, if you're not a YouTuber, you don't know how piss poor this is. If you're not a YouTuber, you don't know how fucking sad this is. 9 years on YouTube, and you ain't even broke 200,000 subscribers. Oh boy, the math ain't mathin'. We got a failed 40-plus-year-old YouTuber having a midlife crisis like a motherfucker. Come on. Rome says the algorithm been trying to tell him something for a decade. Come on. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it 9 years. You're a failure. Hang it up. And guys, unless you're a YouTuber, you're not going to be privy to this information, but YouTube used to allow you to hide your subscriber count. It wasn't until last year that YouTube changed its parameters to where everybody's subscriber count became public knowledge. Guess what? Anton Daniels used to hide his subscriber count. He used to try to make himself seem like he was way bigger than he is. Oh, I'm Anton Daniels. People would theorize and ruminate over how many subs he has. Oh, he probably has 500,000. Oh, he probably has 800. Then one day YouTube said, hey, everybody's subs are private. And Anton started sweating bullets because on that day that they made everybody show their numbers, the world got to see the math ain't mathin' for little old Anton Daniels. 9 years on YouTube, and you can't even break 200K. And yes, he blew up during COVID from meat riding Kevin Samuels. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. I Smoke Loud says no millionaires on YouTube creating controversy for 9 years. I always knew he was capped. Facts. Facts. And let's get into what kind of content this weird ass motherfucker used to produce. Let's go ahead and get into what kind of content, y'all. Weird ass, lame ass motherfucking Poindexter ass Negro. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. What the hell is going on? Let me zoom out a little bit. This is so sad. Get your daddy off the internet. Get your damn daddy off the internet. All right, let's see here. This is zoomed in sufficiently for me. And then, of course, it zoomed right back out. I want you guys to see some of these thumbnails. I want you guys to see some of these titles. This shit is just sad on so many levels. I tell you. Here we go. Here we go. 6 years ago. No. His motherfucker been on YouTube for 9 years. Let's scroll down a little. Here we go. 9 years. And oh my gosh. If he don't look like a goddamn tether, y'all. Now I see why he cut his head bald, trying to look like Discount Rick Ross. Now I see. When he grows the hair out, we can see he's a tether from a mile away.
Hi, my name is Frances Tuck, and I contacted Mike from Mike TV on YouTube because I wanted to find out about my family's Native American history that I believed existed. Through the research that I was able to do through Mike TV, I was able to find out that our name is indeed on the registry. I had a consultation with Mike today, and because of his advice and the research that he has done, I am now confident that I'm able to find my family's roots in the Native American History database. Thank you, Mike.
Look, FBA, my guy. What are you, Caribbean? You from Lagos? You Nigerian? I mean, I don't get it. He doing a weight loss challenge. More weight loss challenges. I don't think he ever accepted the challenge. He's a portly little man. He's a portly little man. A whole lot of weight loss challenge videos, though. Why is everyone so sensitive? The truth about being honest, being authentic. Let's keep it real. Vacationing from work. Look at my Mustang. This is one sad ass looking Negro. I mean, this looks like anybody's middle-aged dad on YouTube trying to make videos and shit. Looks sad. I mean, no engagement, no real views. You know what I want to know, guys? You know what I want to know? When did Anton Daniels become this braggadocious fucking asshole online? When did he become this asshole? Because he wasn't an asshole for 9 years, guys. Don't get it twisted. He was a normal guy. He was a regular, everyday, middle of American guy. He was going out. He was exploring. He was making videos. Guys, when did he become a fucking asshole? When did he become a menace? He's still normal here. Okay, he's trying to show off his little Jeep or whatever. He's trying to show off his little Cadillac he traded in, but he's still not the braggadocious monster that we see today. When did it change? When did he become this villain? When did the villain arc begin? What happened? He's still not a villain yet. He still look like rather decent content, decent in the sense that it doesn't look, overtly braggadocious. But when does he start getting on his high horse, guys? We're 2 years now. We're only 2 years away. He's still not on his high horse. Yeah, where is it? He sold his motorcycle. Okay, he still looks like a regular dude. Where is it? Where's the Versace robe comes in? Where's the Rolexes, y'all? Where is it? A year ago. Hold up. Don't tell me it's that new. Don't tell me it's this fresh. I won and have everything I ever wanted in life a year ago. Jealous people will always be your biggest fans a year ago. How I'm going to get richer. I don't know any millionaires that work 8 hours a day.
Porsche talk, nobody cares about your pride or excuses. Preparing to buy the dip. What? So you adopted this online student, you adopted this braggadocious asshole persona only a year ago? My guy, I don't know if he took the jab during COVID and the jab made him get a little scrambled in the brain, but you telling me you had a COVID crisis. He had a second midlife crisis in the middle of COVID, and he said, you know what, I'm going to get online and just shit on people now. I'm just going to get on how to be successful on YouTube. Why would you ever in the world make a video on how to be successful on YouTube? The video don't even get 2,000 views, mind you, but you've been on YouTube for 9 years. You're not successful. If we measure your subscriber count to the amount of time you've been on YouTube, you're not successful. Financing your whole life away. Subscribers don't matter. You're addicted to social media. Guys, he became this braggadocious piece of shit just a year ago. This is how much of a fraud this is. This is how much of a fake guru it's not like he was a braggadocious asshole the whole time and now he just got money and now he just changed up or whatever. He just adopted this online fucking gimmick a year ago and y'all bought it and y'all ate it and y'all allowed him to really make you believe that he achieved some kind of wealth, that he achieved some kind of status, y'all, just a year ago. And what was he doing for 9 years on YouTube? For 9 years, he was doing shit like this. Dorky ass, Poindexter looking motherfucker. Why is his little midget man ass sitting on a fucking shelf in Walmart? Well, why is his little midget ass sitting on a shelf in Walmart for? What kind of effeminate, bitch made ass little pose is this with his hands grasped? Oh, and look, it says 2 for $5. You can get 2 Anton Daniels for just $5. $5. $5. What the fuck? Whose daddy is this? Did you have Rita take this picture? Why, Anton? I have so many questions. Why? Who said this looked cool? What was the context? Was this a thumbnail for a
so glad
video?
that, you know what I'm saying, experienced this. I'm glad I experienced you from, you know what I mean, enlighten me from the internet to, you know what I mean, online, getting one-on-one in depth, giving me a lot of information that I can take back to my people as well. And hopefully we could both get everything meshing with everything with the lineage and everything with the genealogy. This is no scam. This is all real. This is a real homeboy that put it down. He mean what he say. He got receipts and he put it down. He stands on business. Straight up. One love.
The white supremacists that your integrity is for sale. I mean, I know they purchased it recently, but goddamn, what is going on? Mr. Moist Elf on the shelf. Exactly. What is going on? Lord Furquad vibes. Facts. Facts. Built like a pregnant roach. Facts. Come on, y'all. Oh, and that's not even a woman. That's a Big Lots, y'all. He ain't even at Wally World. He's sitting up on the shelf at Big Lots, y'all. Damn, and he got a price. It's 2 for $5. 2 for $5. This is what he was doing online for 9 years before just a year ago he adopted this millionaire mindset and this millionaire lifestyle. Come on. This is what he was doing. What is this, Anton? Well, why are you showing the white supremacists that you can be easily buck-broken, guys? Guys, he was doing these pictures that I'm showing you years ago. I think this was a dog whistle. I think this is a virtue signal because now, modern day, we got Anton Daniels talking like this.
I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't give these motherfuckers nothing. As a matter of fact, not only do I not want you to get nothing from reparations, I think that they should tax you for breathing.
Guys, he was virtue signaling for his white supremacists here. He was saying, my integrity is for sale. Look at me bending over for Zaddy. That's why modern day, he's up here talking about we shouldn't get reparations and we should be charged for the air we breathe. Listen to this goddamn tether babble. It's tether babble.
Who said you deserved anything? Listen, I hope they don't give you a fucking dime. Now, as a matter of fact, if they create a I'm against reparations committee, I'm gonna be.
Oh, if they create a I'm against reparations party, he's gonna be on. Guys, this man was walking around in fucking hot dog costumes. This man was walking around in hot dog costumes, vlogging on YouTube for 9 years unsuccessfully. You probably never thought you'd see Anton Daniels as a hot dog, did you? You're probably wondering, what is the context around this, Mike? Why the fuck is this man dressed like a hot dog right now at the baseball park? Y'all, we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. And hell nah, he ain't FBA. Hell nah. Jesus. Man's is in a hot dog suit now. I done seen it all, y'all. I done seen it all. Man's is in a goddamn hot dog suit. Oh my God. Before we move forward, let me go ahead and drop a bomb for Michelle. And actually, that's 2 contributions. One of those was a vote for Myron. All right, I got it. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, now you know. Every Friday, I expose a fake guru, and the audience gets to select who I am exposing. The reason we're exposing Anton Daniels right now is because the people voted for him by large. Next Friday, the people up on the chopping block are Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews, The Lead Attorney, Angry Man, Fresh and Fit. And right now, Fresh and Fit are in the league. So if you guys want to cast a vote, all you got to do is drop $5 on the Cash App or the PayPal. And when you make that contribution, leave a comment with the name of the person you're voting for. And who knows, they might get this work next Friday. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's get on into it. This goddamn Tether baby, y'all. He been running amok. This Tether baby been running amok online. And did you ever think in your wildest dreams that you'd see Anton dressed up as a hot dog? Oh, Lord. He was cooning before cooning was in style. Oh, wait, I can't say that word on YouTube no more. My bad. He was Samboing before Sambo was on YouTube. I got to get a different word for Anton. Come on, y'all. Well, let's go ahead and get into it because, guys, as I've already exposed, he was a goofy ass motherfucker on YouTube for 9 years, a fucking goofball. And let's get into the content that he would produce before he adopted this braggadocious persona. Before he adopted this millionaire lifestyle persona, this man was riding through the slums of Detroit, exploring abandoned buildings.
Is that if anything happened to me in here, nobody would ever know.
What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. And today I decided to just do something a little different, a little bit off the cuff.
This is what a midlife crisis looks like, guys. Textbook. What does dad do when he gets a midlife crisis? He goes and buys a motorcycle. And he starts exploring abandoned buildings in Detroit, y'all.
The weather is nice, phenomenal. And as you can see, we are in Pontiac, Michigan, over here near the old Pontiac Silverdome. You know, I've always been interested in exploring the old Pontiac Silverdome.
How does this happen?
How does this happen? How does this happen? Anton, I don't know if you realize the greatest strength that I have. I use your own content against you. How did you let this happen, Anton? Because nowadays you go out of your way to not post no full body photos. You be posting photos with the angles all looking up at you and shit, right? How did this happen, Anton? You telling me that I caught you slacking and we got a full body shot of Anton Daniels? This is a small ass little Negro. Look at little old Anton. What's Anton, 5'5"? Oh my God, this man has a Napoleon complex. This man has a textbook narcissistic Napoleon Lord Farquaad complex. Look at this little stout man. Jesus, riding his little motorcycle around the slums of Detroit, looking at abandoned stadiums, y'all. This is what Anton was doing before he was shitting on y'all on YouTube, claiming he's a millionaire.
How do like teams just abandon an entire facility, go build something new somewhere else, and then like this just cease to exist? Like nobody cares about this. Like this big concrete just fell from the top.
don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.